It's 5 years now since Geoff and I wrote the Coach's Casebook together, and a time for reflection and celebration. We wrote the book to do lots of different things, really, to show people what it was like when you kind of open the door on a coaching session, what the coach did, what sorts of things the clients brought to the session. And also we wanted to show the role of the supervisor, the coaching supervisor, and how the coach goes to a supervisor to also get support. We also wanted to give coaches lots of tools and techniques that they could use for different situations, and we based the book around 12 traits that we regularly saw in our coaching practice that kind of derailed people. Things like perfectionism, imposter syndrome, cynicism, things like that. So while I was thinking about it, I thought how some of those traits played out when Geoff and I were writing the book. The first one was actually how we came to write the book, because Geoff had been a student on one of my coaching courses, and Geoff came to me afterwards and said, how about we write a book together, which was great. But before that, look, I had gone to lots and lots of people and said, will you help me? Will you help me get my mind in the right place to write a book? And every person that I'd seen had said to me, imagine what this book's going to be like, imagine when you're doing your book signing at Waterstones, imagine what the cover's going to look like. And absolutely nothing happened to me. I just couldn't get motivated. And Geoff came and said, he said, I have listened to you standing at the front of the room teaching that course, and all you say is, if anyone else writes a book and I have to write the foreword to it, or if anyone else writes a book and I have to write a testimonial for it, I'm going to go mad because everyone's writing books and I'm not. And Geoff said, I've really noticed that you need to be motivated away from what you want rather than away from what you don't want rather than towards what you want, which is really, really subtle distinction. But as soon as he then said to me, before you know it, everyone in my class will have written a book and you still won't, I became really motivated to write it. So one of the chapters in our book is about being driven by fear, and either being motivated by what you want or away from what you don't. The other thing that played out for us, between us, although we're both really strong people, we're also both very nice people, and we're both people pleasers. So another one was that people pleasing, where we sort of, if we didn't like what the other one had written for a while, we couldn't bring ourselves to say it. But you'll be pleased to know we've actually got over that people pleasing trait. And then there was a bit of procrastination as well, another one of our chapters where we dragged our heels a bit. But in the end, we produced the book, we learned a lot about ourselves and one another, and I'm still really, really proud of it. And thank you to everyone who's bought it, enjoyed it, and for those of you who haven't, I hope you do.